What prompted our research in this article was a video about an unusual, unique experiment on the harassment of women in entertainment venues. It involved fitting 3 women with smart dresses that had touch sensors sewn into the fabric. The women were filmed as they moved through a nightclub, and the sensors embedded in the dresses sent data to a hidden control center that lit up 157 times over 4 hours, showing how often women are groped in public.
While this experiment was a form of cause-related marketing by a drinks brand and an advertising agency, it captured global public and media attention online, and it got us thinking about digital anti-rape devices. The smart dress raised a set of questions for us about the construction of the feminine body. We wanted to find out about the promises that digital wearable devices make about women's safety. First, we found a huge array of technologies that are promoted to women and girls and a considerable amount of media discourse around them. Second, we started thinking about these devices in broader historical terms. So we began to track analogue technologies that have existed in the past to protect women from physical harassment or sexual assault. This longer time frame allowed us to better understand how women's bodies have historically been constructed and surveilled.
And in the 19th century, for example, both hoop skirts and crotchless underwear were constructed as both solicitations of sexual advances, at the same time that they were also seen as deterrents against possible attacks. These are fashion objects speaking to the impossibility of getting it right in a long tradition of blame culture and look at what she was wearing. Architectures have similarly rich histories of being coded as either inviting or preventing sexual danger. Fashion and architectures, as well as customs and behaviors, have long been crafted in protective terms. Importantly, these technologies afford an understanding of the socially constructed body and certain perceptions of risk. Some devices, like the chastity belt in the past and the barbed condom from the present, are rarely produced or used widely, but exist at the level of rape discourse as opposed to practice.
We argue that these devices propagate rape myths in different forms rather than re-scripting them. Rape prevention continues to be inscribed in physical and digital environments, in clothing and corporeal behaviours. By wearing a smart necklace, bracelet or bra, feminine bodies are sold the promise of protection by digital chaperones. Indeed, rape prevention has a long history that rests on constantly morphing relationship between the feminine body as something that needs protection and in a form that is based in technology as a solution rather than any attention to institutions or patriarchal behaviours. These envisionings of the feminine body and its protection through technology are often utopic. They claim to produce a more empowered female body who can move through spaces feeling less alone and more confident.
But these utopic imaginings are messy. Anti-rape technologies bring to light a continuing problematic framing of the gendered body, one that mobilizes femininity as a key laboratory for trying on ideas of datification, surveillance, and the porous, penetrable body. There is a reproduction of enduring historical trope around the feminine body's successful use of technology, which only goes as far as its ability to cultivate and maintain a kind of agency. In effect, women's bodies are not only consistently placed at the center of rape across time and location, but they bear the burden of cultural negotiations with respect to new technology and how this in turn shapes our perceptions of bodily vulnerability and empowerment.